Well, hello YouTube. We're back in the shop. Thought I went on vacation, didn't you? Do you really care? No, we had other, a very wise man once told me, you want to hear God laugh? Tell him your plans. Yeah, so last week was, as you guys, rudder's still sitting here. Haven't done any work on it since the last video. So last week was, had to do some things around the house and everything. So my nights, weekends, and everything were tied up with that. And that was construction, man. You really do appreciate tradesmen. That's all I got to say. I met plumbers, electrician, cabinet, flooring, as you guys imagine, remodeling guys. It's just amazing. God, I love those guys out there. You guys out there that do trades work and stuff. God bless you. I appreciate you and everything. I don't ever want to see a lawyer not or anything like that. All those professional guys out there, I care less about those guys. But you try to live without a plumber, or try to live without an electrician, or a cabinet person. It's enough said of that. So let's get back to the airplane. So as we left, like I said, I didn't even touch it. It's still sitting over here. Still hasn't been. Here, I touched it it's been a week. It's been 7 days almost. But we're going to get this buttoned up. Today is Goop Day. Using the ProSeal, I think it's called ProSeal. Packaging Systems is what they call this stuff. But this is the Goop. We're going to mix this up. It comes in its own applicator. And you got to mix the gray and you got to shake it up. Not shake it up, but you got to mix it. And there's a whole process on that. I had to YouTube it to see how to use it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ProSeal this leading edge. Now, one of the things that I did, I've been kicking around the idea of how I'm going to get that, because you want that leading edge to be flat, not warped, because it's an airplane, it's a rudder. So you want it to be straight. So what I'm going to do is I've got some angle iron here that's got some rigidity to it, and it's narrow enough. I was going to use 2x4s and do it that way, but to me that doesn't seem like it would be, I would get enough pressure. And then I went down to my second favorite store, Harbor Freight. Gosh, how many airplanes have been built? How many things have been built with Harbor Freight? And I've got a lot of these spring clamps are just, oh my gosh. Get my extra. Remember those things you used to buy with a kid? You do this and everything. So I got about 20 of these, and I'll just run these along the ledge and everything. And that should be enough to keep that edge. I'm going to put on top and the bottom, and that should keep the edge as straight as possible. Because that's your goal. You don't want it to warp. You don't want it to deviate or anything. You want that rudder, that edge to be straight. It causes all sorts of problems if it's not. So that's what we're going to do today. And then, of course, we are going to rivet. Well, that part of the operation, and we have to do this in one fair swoop. And that's why I didn't really want to mess with it this last week, because of everything else that was going on, life. And so when you start this process, you have to finish it. So not only are we going to do that leading edge, but then we have to go in and we're going to blind rivet these the supports together. So we'll knock those out. Those won't be too bad because they're blind riveted. And then I think we'll see how the day goes, but then we can finish squeezing. These are all squeezed. Why did I say finish squeezing these? Yeah, so we have to finish squeezing. Wait, I didn't do this? I did this side. I didn't do this side. Imagine that. I thought we did this. Gosh, I must be getting old. So we'll have to squeeze. We'll do this side over. Oh, that's right. They want you to do this because you got to put it together. Duh. So we'll finish squeezing this off and getting that completed and everything and get it buttoned up. Man, see what happens when you're not around the shop? You kind of lose focus of where you're at. So today we're operating. We're going to try to button this rudder up. I don't think we'll possibly get this riveted in and get these blind riveted in, but these are a lot of rivets. I don't know if my rivet gun, my current rivet arm will reach in there, but check this out. I got the 4-incher. Now, they warn you that this 4-inch yoke that goes in the rivet gun, the one that's in there is 3 inches. So this will just, yeah, this will reach. So I might be able to squeeze, but they do warn you that this one here will flex a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. If not, it's external. We can buck it using the bucking bar. So like always, thanks for joining us today. Stay tuned. We got a lot going on in the shop today. And like always, as you guys know, this plane ain't gonna build itself. I will have to say, Operation Don't Make a Mess has been successful. So that actually worked out really well. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So what I did is I took one of these ProSeal containers, which you guys saw right here, and I didn't see this before, but it says not to be operated by children, so I don't know. So I still got a good half a thing of ProSeal there, but once you mix it up, it's gone. So, you know, one of these easily will do a rudder. One of these will easily do, I would say, probably a wingtip and everything. So, but it's well worth it. I think I know you can get it in 2 parts and then mix it up yourself and then everything. But I really like the gun, doing it with a gun, because as you can see, one person doing it with a gun, look, nothing on the floor, not a darn thing on the floor. So that was really good. So you just basically run a bead on the trailing edge, put the stiffener in, and then put another bead on that trailing edge, and then these angle iron, which I got out of the box store for about 11 bucks a piece, and I'm going to use them again. I taped them up. That's, I think, important. So I taped the undersides up, so that will help in getting, hopefully, I hope. I've been told that the ProSeal just kind of peels off because all it is a gasket and everything. So we're gonna let these set, and then these clamps, you get them at a, you know, at Harbor Freight. I paid $1 a clamp. I mean, you can never have too many clamps. So it's no big deal. I mean, I'll use these suckers quite a bit, and then just basically, as you saw, clamp them together and everything. I mean, and then now we're just gonna let that sit. Now, you guys I'm sure you're tired of me saying this, but I'm gonna say it again. I love these benches because you can move them around. So now we're going to get in here and get these gunned up. Now see, I know I'm getting good coverage because see it squeeze out. So that squeezes out really well. Look at that. So it squeezed out really well. So that means I'm getting really good flow off of that tip. I don't know if we can get a light in here. Maybe we can see what it looks like on the inside. Yeah. Looking good. Yep. So, like I said, yeah, you can see it right there. I don't know if you see it oozing out. So we will, you know, we'll see. I mean, the proof is when we take it off, right? Tomorrow, or in about 7 days. So now what I got to do is I got to get the blind riveter, and I got to rivet the rest of these in. So I will do that now. So I've got, you know, about 20 or 30 pop rivets or blind rivets that I got to set in. So there you go. It looks like we got a really good seal. I'm happy with that. It's oozing out really well. I can see it in there. I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but I do see gray and everything. So there we go. We'll see. The proof will be in about 7 days. But I need to get these now blind riveted. Hello YouTube. She is all blind riveted or pop riveted together. I will have to tell you, I would rather squeeze or buck these rivets. My big meaty hands, you know, I can palm a basketball easily with my hands. So they don't fit very well up inside that. Thank God I'm not a proctologist, right? But yeah, we got them in there. We got them all the blind rivets in and everything. So those are good to go. So now we will put on, I'm a little leery about doing too much flexing of this. I've got that on the edge. If you notice, I've got a little bit less over on this end. I made a mistake. I didn't do it on the cutaway, but when I was moving my table around, the edge over there got caught up on the wall and pulled that off. So I had to redo that. So I've got it way over there. So, so I'm being very careful on my foam here not to get it too close to the edge so it pulls it off again. And then I'm checking. So the way that this should be lined up is there should be no space between the clecos and the, let me get it there, no space basically. So that way that I know I'm on it, dead on. And then these are flush with each other or thereabouts. So I'm a little leery about doing too much manipulation of this or trying to move this around and because I don't want to push that piece off. And I'll tell you that ProSeal, pretty nasty stuff. I've got a fan, so here I am working in here, and it does stink. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but it will give you a headache. And of course, it's blowing right into my face from the fan. So I don't know if I'm getting a little stony or not. I just don't know. But oh well. So we'll put, let's go ahead and get this piece put on or put in and get it clecoed up. I got to read the instructions because there is an order of operation here. So I got to kind of get these, but I want to get these clecoed together and make sure that everything's lining up the way they should. And then we'll get going. So there you go. So that's going in, and then of course up here we can't forget that we got to put in this piece. I gotta look at the instructions, but it goes something like that, or yeah, it goes that way. So I got I got to read the instructions a little bit more, get this clecoed up, make sure everything is lining up, and then I'm for sure we'll probably get these put in place, these holes. I don't think I'm gonna get started on this tonight, doing these outer ones just yet. I think that will give us a good stopping point. So stay tuned. Well, there you go. I said it and I'll say it again. Want to hear God laugh? Tell him your plans. So after reading the instructions, from refamiliarizing myself with the instructions, we're supposed to stop. So, and wait 2 days, two, right? So before we can actually rivet this piece in here. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop because that is what we're supposed to do. I've got it clecoed in and that's okay, and everything, but it tells you to wait until the sealant is done. Probably because of the stress, they don't want you to part that away. And actually, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a lot of stress, but keeping with following instructions, because I don't ever want to be accused of not doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to go ahead and just take this piece back out. They'll be none the wiser, right? None the wiser. Yeah, they will, because it's on YouTube. It's on video. You guys saw me do it. So I can't hide. I gotta be honest. So yeah. So let me take this one back out. And I don't think it's a big issue, but we got, it's the process, right? It's part of being a pilot, and part of building the airplane is following the process, following the rules. And so I'll take these out, put my clecos in there, put them on the bench, pull this piece magically out, and set this on the bench. And look, I never did that. See, it's wide open. See? All right. So no, that's about it. So we're gonna wait a couple days. Let that clamp down. That's clamped. That's good. I won't mess it up. It's got it kind of hanging over the bench there. The foam is awesome. I love this foam because it makes life so much easier. So we're gonna just leave it be. I'm gonna clean up the shop. I got a new thing, you know, for the shop. I'm gonna kind of play. I don't know if you see it, my Ryobi, the cleaner, the vacuum, or not. It's not really a vacuum. I got some sawdust and stuff. We're gonna blow it out. Biodegradable. I never do trash in the street, so don't put that in the comments or anything. It's all wood, biodegradable wood and stuff. I never put trash in the street. So, but that's about it. So we are down for 2 days as this cures. I was thinking about coming in and get started on the. I'll probably come in and do some reading and start pulling the parts for the horizontal stabilizer, because that's the next part, and or the elevator. I can't remember, one of the two. So I'll get those. That's the part of the tail that's flat for those that aren't pilots. So I'll get working on that, and the elevator is the part that goes up like that. Whatever, look it up. So I like I said, I might come in and start pulling those parts and getting them ready and getting those things prepped. But so what we got to do, what is next after we get done, is we got to roll these edges. I'll show you guys how to do it. I guess it's easy. I've never done it before, but everybody says it's easy if you follow the instructions. And then we'll get this thing buttoned up. But we are, I'd say, about 90% done with the rudder, which is awesome. We're staying right on schedule, even with the vacation that I took. It wasn't much of a vacation. But you know, one of the things, you got to build an airplane. You got to get your significant other, you know, involved in it. And she chose to get an upgrade in the kitchen and in the bathrooms. I'll tell you my secret for how I get away with the boats and the airplanes and stuff. It's a pretty fair secret. Well, I'll just tell you guys now. Got a rule: whatever I spend, she gets to spend equally. That way, when I show up with that brand new boat or whatever, she's all happy. She's really excited. So that's how that works. But hey, once again, I just want to say thanks for joining me tonight. I do, like I said, apologize, but you know, life got in the way last week and had to take care of you know, doing some construction around the house and building cabinets and getting all that stuff put in and getting the cabinets put in, the flooring down. I didn't do it. I just did the electrical and the plumbing and stuff like that. Well, part of the plumbing, but actually, I made more holes in the walls than I did anything else. Didn't find any money in the house either, by the way. Reference to a Geico commercial, I believe. So once again, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for joining us and spending your day with us, with me, in the shop today. So tomorrow, or in 2 days, probably Thursday, Friday, we'll get in here and get this thing knocked out and get it wrapped up and get it mated up with its tail up there. That's right. So the rest of the pieces, so we'll get those mated up, and then we'll get moving on the horizontal stabilizers or the elevator. Like I said, I don't know. But like always, make sure you hit that like button. Tell your friends about us. If you know other RV builders, if you're part of a club, let your club know or whatever, and everything. And take care of yourself. It's getting kind of dicey as always out there, and everything. Just do what you got to do. Take care of your family, and like always, God bless you guys, and be well.